In the shadow of the Word of Life mural that some call Touchdown Jesus, hands are outstretched and the mood is being set by this fantastic light show ahead of this showdown. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Clemson Tigers taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
Yeah, our game was scheduled right before y'all's, but we should be done.
Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started.
No, Young responded to my mess on my shit asking about y'all's game.
He'll bring it out. It's Traore. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the ground, it's Green. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, all right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kendricks. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season now.
Intercepted for the 11th time. Looking for more room. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Man, how about the rough starts for these offense? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Here's a heat. Got rid of it just in time. And it's incomplete on third down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking down the middle. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, we will all remember where we were when 1 met 2 this season. Let's show you what went down. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. 1 versus 2, some were calling it the game of the century. Let's wait to jump to conclusions at least until the new poll comes out this week, men.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. On the move, he fires. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Finds a man in the middle. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
This defense has been gashed, and they are backed up again with a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Looking to fire. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. Keeps it and gets past the chains. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He'll take a shot. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Set to kick it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that, right?
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He was thinking big return, didn't get.
I'm gonna punt that back to you, bro. That was fake. That should have been a pass.
At the 31.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that.
Yeah, that was so fake, bro.
This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Looking to scramble. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Set to kick this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now Howe will breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Fights off the defender.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Traore. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quick handoff. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Looks as if Clemson will have the 1st down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Finds the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Gets it out quickly. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. He fires one deep down the right side. And he's thrown another interception. He goes out of bounds, no time remaining on the clock, and that'll do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
That's reeled in. It's Smith. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the...
Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground here. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finds a crease at the 20. The jump plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive aggressiveness by this offense.
Makes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Trying to pull his way in. Touchdown, Irish. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Cincinnati is down, but not out of it. Not in Nippert Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Western Michigan. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And these are the mistakes backed up. You can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Grab behind the line. It's Smith. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late. But at least you got the party started.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Traore. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the ground with the back. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They're going to ride this running back. Still on his feet at the 45. It's a seam wide open, and they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Finds his big tight end. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Clemson will come to the line with the first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Power football with the run. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And you got to find a matchup. Like, what is the matchup out wide that you can go with? 4 verts, I get it, but they're playing deep. They're understanding that they got a lead. They can play with a cushion. We just need a guy to win a one-on-one battle. Who is our guy that we can pick to make a play down the field?
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Back to pass. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Wants to throw on third down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he's still running after the move. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Coming out with it, it's Traore. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target, and then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Slips through the line, and the returner will be knocked down. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Catch in the middle, it's Graham. They make the stop, but man, this senior took one right in the mustache as he fired the completion. Now on the move. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. The snap sets up to throw. Fires left. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Got room on the return.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Tight end now in motion. They want that clock to run. Finding open areas. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They go to the ground. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. They came in wanting to run the ball, make a statement that they could beat a higher-ranked team, and they're about to get exactly what they shot for, guys.
They did. They came in and they earned it, and they were physical, and you could tell they meant business.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. He can't make the connection on the soft toss.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Under fire. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Another incompletion on third down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Gilbert. He will not pick up the first down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Using his feet to buy time. Fires on the move. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles, well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.